President Cyril Ramaphosa says South Africa is open for business as he hosts his Angolan counterpart, João Lourenço, at the Union Buildings. He reiterated the country's commitment to diversifying its economy to ensure stability. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali is closely monitoring their engagements and joins us now live from the seat of government in Pretoria. Top of the list of priorities they were focusing on, Veronica, trade between the two countries.
Yeah, certainly, Vuyo. In fact, the meeting today that was held, well, the state visit and essentially the meeting as well that was held between President Ramaphosa and President Lourenço was more than just a diplomatic engagement. It felt really like a reaffirmation of some of the goals and commitments that the two countries have in terms of a shared commitment to tackling the opportunities but also the issues that are facing the region. We saw there a signing of cooperation between the two that focused on two things, one of which was higher education program that will see an academic collaboration between Angola and South Africa, but also was the signing of the memorandum of cooperation on a program called the African Heritage Program. And this really will see the two countries preserving that deep history between the two in regards to both the liberation movement in South Africa and Angola. But there were two real focal points here, Vuyo, that we saw a theme throughout the day, which was, of course, trade and investment, as well as, of course, regional stability. When it came to trade and investment, President Cyril Ramaphosa made a clarion call, if you'd like, in regards to opening up South Africa to Angola investment, saying that businessmen, it's an opportunity, but equally saying that there is a lot of growth waiting in Angola, specifically in the agricultural sector as well, saying there's plenty of land, plenty of use of water that could see a better, relationship between the two nations in that regard. But let's have a listen to what he had to say about that relationship and building a robust economic opportunity for both nations.
Increasing trade and investment between South Africa and Angola remains our foremost objective. South Africa must become the destination of choice for Angolan goods, products and services, and vice versa. We would like to see South African companies investing in a big way in Angola. We would like to see increased trade between our two countries, and we would like to see our peoples interacting through tourism and other ways as well.
The official state visit, Vuyo, of course, falls against the backdrop of that continuous instability that we are seeing across the continent, starting first, of course, with neighboring Mozambique, the continued conflict in the DRC, the ongoing conflict in Sudan. And so the presidents, both of them, had to address this issue. And, of course, speaking about regional instability. In fact, we had a guest earlier speaking to our colleague, Michelle Craig, an expert on diplomacy. They're saying that some of the conversations that were had today were really just, some of the diplomatic issues, but the real concern, the real need for a conversation between these two countries is, of course, South Africa and Angola's efforts in maintaining stability in the SADC region. This is what the president, of course, had to say in regards to what is going on in regards to that ongoing conflict, but also looking at Angola's role in maintaining some of the stability, but of course saying that they are deeply concerned as to how far widespread this can continue.
As facilitator of the Luanda process and on the Presidential Ad Hoc Committee for the Republic of Sudan, we must continue to deepen our collaboration towards resolving the conflict in the eastern part of the DRC, the civil war in Sudan, and the post-election crisis right now in Mozambique. We commend you for your efforts of ensuring that we can take a number of steps to silence the guns, in particular in the DRC.
Oh, how I always wish, Veronica, that I could be a fly on the walls whenever these conversations, especially when those closed sessions are being held, because I always struggle to reconcile the outcomes with the stated intentions. For example, you have trade and investment being the foremost objectives or objective of the conversations, but when you look at the agreements that get signed, as is the case on this one, it's the softer issues and the same observations. Observation one could make when South Africa and Nigeria met for that binational commission. But that's another story for a different day. Veronica Makhoali keeping an eye on, of course, the conversations there and the stated intentions of the encounter between President Ramaphosa and his Angolan counterpart.